Alright, it's been a while. So I finally fucking broke down and got the table. Oh my god, the price of wood, this bitch was like $1.80, but I got it to, I think I got it for like 60 something, which is still not great. Used to go for like $40 for just a 4x8 piece of decent plywood. I put 5 legs on it. The legs I got from IKEA, and they're like $5.99 or $4.99, real cheap. That's the BattleTech mat. I'm going to be ordering another one of these in green. I'm going to be doing some BattleTech tutorials on how to like build shit for BattleTech and stuff like that, like terrain videos for BattleTech. And I just wanted to show you, like, oh, I can't wait to fucking play BattleTech. So here's the apocalypse setup I'm doing, and I'll do more about that. But these are all the tools that I'm using right now, or I used, and pretty much just spoon, fruit spoon, box cutter, the simple razor, and then that shitty old like hand saw where the handle broke off. And I used the razor to pretty much cut out the fucking steps in the trenches. I just put this video together. There's going to be a part 2. It's kind of late right now. I've done all the planks and stuff, and all the the sandbags. But there's going to be a part 2. This is going to be about 17-minute or 16-minute video, and it's just going to show you like the basic bullshit that I've done. Kind of like a you get to watch as I go. I had like 5 hours of video, and it's pretty much just mostly doing the cuts and stuff like this. So this first section right here, which is actually like the middle section, is 3-ply thick, so it's 3 of the sheets put together. And I pretty much just, when I do the cuts for the trenches or anything, I just go as deep as one of the plies at a time. So here's the back piece, which is like the first set, and I just cut out like 1 ply at a time. Keep it real simple, and it keeps the styrofoam, like, it pretty much stops you from breaking off too much, and it keeps it pretty like to the shape that you want it. And so as you can see, the back pieces are all 4 deep. The first one is the second one is 3 deep. I'm so fucking tired. I just want to get this video out of the way. And so every now and then I'd put models just to see how it looks and shit. And I recommend you do this, like, if you're ever building something and you want it to be playable, or you want to play it with some kind of model or whatever game system you're using, probably use the models you're using so you can see what it looks like. Give you an idea, like, if the spots for the tanks are too small. Like, I can fit a fucking Land Raider in the back line, and that's pretty much for either something big or mostly artillery pieces. There'll be another video or another part coming up where you'll see all the stuff. And this is me removing like I want to say the second layer. It just keeps everything a lot easier. And most of it was by hand. It just pops up. Go in, cut your outline, and then just remove the chunks with your hand. This took fucking forever, but it came out really good. And one thing I recommend is when you're making your trenches and shit, make them as small as possible, or not as small as possible, but as tight as possible. Let's say you want it like maybe two Space Marines, and by Space Marines, like the Primaris, because they have the bigger bases. Make it as tight as possible, because you can always cut away, but you can't really add. See, now I got the tank to the perfect height, the dreadnoughts at the perfect height. For the like little mortar pit, or you can put whatever you want in them, really. They're just holes for trenches. Most of these trench styles are copied from like World War One, so some of the holes would be like ammo spots. They would hold like ammo in one of the like little pits, and then bring ammo to where the guns were, so in case a round landed near you, didn't blow everything to shit. And this piece of wood here I used for the step in the main front trench where all your infantry is going to go. And then all the stuff in the back, I just cut it again, one more layer, and use the wood to pretty much trace it with the pencils. So that's the part you leave and cut everything else out. This took forever too, but it came out really nice. Pretty much this first video you're just gonna see mostly all the cuts and shit. And it's not like perfect. It's not like all perfectly measured or anything. It's all pretty much rough cut. Just like in real life, they weren't like perfect when they made trenches. So now you can see like the little instep. And I used a cheap like I think it's like $2.99 at Walmart for these little sanding blocks. I actually tore this one to fucking shreds. I ended up having to get another set. But you can see the step. It's not perfect. And it's really small. But the cool thing about that is I'm going to eventually cut that top layer, push it back a little bit off the step. And I think you'll probably see it better like in another video, to give the step more space. So the trench will be technically moving forward, but that little instep will be staying where it's at. So it'll look bigger eventually. This is why I say try to make it as tight as to the drawing as you can, because you can always chisel away if you want to make space. And sanding the shit down is really nice way to smooth out the foam. And it also it only removes like a couple millimeters at a time rather than trying to cut and shit. And I think this is after I cleaned it up a little bit. It was like the mortar pits. I'm real happy with it so far. I've been putting in like a shit ton of work, probably like almost 20 hours. A little side view. You can see all the layers to the styrofoam. It just makes everything so much easier. You can always go in and make it bigger if you want. It's pretty much the main trenches that go from the back line to the front. You can pretty much walk a dreadnought through them. You can't fit any tanks, but a dreadnought, you can see right here, like the dreadnought actually fits all the way through them. And if your dreadnought can fit, most bikes can fit, mostly Terminators definitely can fit, and all your infantry can fit easily. So it kind of looks cool too, like running into a trench line and there's a fucking dreadnought there just to stop you. Vindicator looks really good in the back line. I have a Whirlwind, but it's the old 3rd edition Whirlwind, so it's even more smaller than the normal models. I need to get a new one, some Primaris, just to seeing how they would look. So far everything looks really cool. There's an old, well, it's not too old of a Razorback. It's probably like 4th or 5th edition. There's the old ass windmill. Or whirlwind. I keep a windmill. What the fuck? Whirlwind. The bikes fit nice. Old school Space Marine. Looks super small. This would be really cool. Like if I kept my Imperial Guard army, this table would look fucking awesome with them. I end up building steps in the main box. I don't know what you'd call them. The main box rooms. I don't know. They're gonna be like giant pill boxes. I'm gonna build like a sandbags up with like a wooden roof with sandbags off. And you can see the Land Raider fits in there. So if the Land Raider fits, pretty much everything fits. But that's pretty much my idea for the whole thing. And here's all the craters I ended up adding. And the craters are pretty much the old templates when they used to use templates for blasts. So there's the large and the small. And I just used the fruit spoon. Really easy to like dig out craters. Pretty much dig out the hole and then just scrape back and forth because it has teeth on the spoon. And it was the easy way just to like trim down and shape everything. Probably just took me like 40 minutes to do all the craters with the spoon. Fruit spoon works really good on foam. And so after I scraped all the craters, took the foam, or not foam, a fucking it's pretty much a foam sanding block for drywall. Sanding block, and just sanded everything down and scratched up the surface more. Just made it look like real terrain, like uneven, rough in some spots, shallow in others. Something like if there was water going through, or like a lot of tank treads, just to mess it up. It makes a serious fucking mess too, by the way. I recommend like wearing a mask or I had like a vacuum with the vacuum tube, or like a tube with like a shop vac, and it just kept going. So every time like stuff would fall down, it would be vacuuming the floor. Mostly sucked it up out of the air and shit. But you should probably wear a mask. And this is like the finished product. Just, roughed it up a little bit. Then just did it for all of them. And then I did with the sanding block, I did the whole, like all of them, like all 3 sections. Made craters everywhere. Just made it look as like it's been shelled a little bit. Not too much, not ridiculous. But when I was building other parts, like you'll see in the second video, after I added like all the wood walkways and stuff, I started like, oh, let me put an extra crater here, extra crater there. I'm saving bits. I need to get bits from my friend. I want to put like little like goofy shit like that, like the bomb. Got some barrels and put like some nids in the barrels in No Man's Land and stuff like that. Just want to put like little goofy like Easter egg shit hidden throughout the table. The second video you'll see a lot more. This one's kind of boring. It's mostly just the cutting and setting up the design. I still gotta buy like 5 more packs of foam because I got 4 more sections to do. And this is just the first 6, so there's more to come. There's probably going to be like 4 or 5 parts to this video, but it's going on slow. Other than that, the other video should be out soon. So thanks for watching. Take care. Goodbye.